fuss for the camera.
Will you be quiet? Okay. Her kind. I have gone out, a possessed witch, haunting the black air, braver at night, dreaming evil. I have done my hitch over the plain houses, light by light, lonely thing, 12-fingered, out of mind. A woman like that is not a woman quite. I have been her kind. I have found the warm caves in the woods, filled them with skillets, carving, shelves, closets, silks, innumerable goods. Fixed the suppers for the worms and the elves, whining, rearranging the disaligned. A woman like that is misunderstood. I have been her kind. I have ridden in your cart, driver, waved my nude arms at villages going by, learning the last bright roots, survivor where your flames still bite my thigh, and my ribs crack where your wheels wind. A woman like that is not ashamed to die. I have been her kind. End of poem. I have been her kind. Two songs. Dear God.
This is a big switch.
Yeah, I know it. Okay, I'll try it. Can I smoke? Yes, of course I can do anything. Oh boy, I've never read this ever aloud. I'll probably slip all over the place. This is a bitter poem. What a monster I'd make. You see, instead of all that beauty from the throat, I make monsters. From where we won't mention. Two sons. Where and to whom you are married, I can only guess in my piecemeal fashion. I grow old on my bitterness. On the unique occasion of your two sudden wedding days, I open some cheap wine, a tin of lobster and mayonnaise. I sit in an old lady's room where families used to feast, while the wind blows in like soot from northeast. Both of you monopolized with no real forwarding address, except for two silly postcards you bothered to send home. One of them written in Greece as you undid her dress in Mexico. The other airmail to Boston from Rome, just before the small ceremony at the American church. Both of you made of my cooking, those suppers of starch and beef, and with my library, my medicine, my bathwater, both sinking into small brown pools like muddy otters. You make a toast for tomorrow and smash the cup, letting your false women lap the dish I had to fatten up. When you come back, I'll buy a wig of yellow hair. I'll squat in a new red dress. I'll be playing solitaire on the kitchen floor. Yes, I'll gather myself in like cut flowers and ask you how you are and where you've been.
That's a real witch poem.
No.
You know, that relates for me, it's almost as if you were writing from the perspective of the grandmother in the late years.
Well, there's some strange witch in it. It's not me, I don't, but there's a little magic in everything, and isn't that terrible what she does? I look at it as though I hadn't written it.
Yeah, I know. I became aware of that a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah. Why?
But I did write it.
I know, but you said this 3 or 4 times.
Oh. Well, no, in various ways. I look at this as though I were speaking in a persona. It's me. After all, I could be the mother of a son and do this. I projected myself into the situation and become it in order to write the poem.
You have any elaborate notions about a persona?
No. I've just given you my elaborate
All
notion.
that psychiatry. Persona.
Forget all that bunk. I just told you the truth about it. I don't want to give you a lot of garbage about it. I really said that what I did was to make a me that isn't a me, and then to project myself into it. It's a possible me because within a woman, even I can understand men. You may not agree with me. Have you ever heard woman with girdle? You don't like it probably. There's the dog. In and out, bark, bark. Doggy, you are having trouble. We'll try this with the dog barking. I'm just going to read it, just to show you that this is a man looking at a woman. And he hates her girdle. You understand? He hates her girdle. Woman with girdle. But he loves her body. Your midriff sags toward your knees, your breasts lie down in air, their nipples as uninvolved as warm starfish. You stand in your electric case, still not giving up the newborn and the old-born cycle. Moving, you roll down the garment, down that pink snapper and hoarder as your belly, soft as pudding, slops into the empty space. Down over the surgeon's careful mark, down over cushions, those head cushions and mouth cushions. I made a mistake. Go back. Moving, you roll down the garment, down that pink snapper and hoarder as your belly, soft as pudding, slops into the empty space. Down over the surgeon's careful mark, down over hips, those head cushions and mouth cushions, slow motion like a rolling pin. Over crisp hairs, that amazing field that hides your genius from your patron. Over thighs thick as young pigs. Over knees like saucers. Over calves polished as leather. Down toward the feet. You pause for a moment, tying your ankles into knots. Now you rise, a city from the sea, born long before Alexandria was. Straightway from God you have come into your redeeming skin.
I'll just stand back here and play for a while.
Yeah.